Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on live hiphopdaily.tv. And tonight I got my special guest. I got a partner of mine in the building tonight, man. My man Lurch. What up, man?
What's good there, brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Lurch. This is Lurch though. Like, this is the Lurch I know. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice one rolled up. About to sit down and have a good conversation with the guy, man.
That's how I came to your wedding.
Yeah. Basically, Lurch was at my wedding. If y'all did, for those who weren't at the wedding, you know,
I was there. It was a nice wedding.
It was a nice wedding, man. The parking lot I heard was the place to be. I couldn't be there because y'all ain't gonna fuck up my tuxedo.
I mean, I tried to get you out there, but you know, just left you with parting gifts.
Bro,
it was a good.
And thank you,
cycle.
thank you. My wife said thank you.
Oh, nice.
So let's get to this interview, man. You know, I had a chance to know you for a while. I got a chance to get to know you thanks to my friend Ty St. Louis, who's actually coming up in a little while as well.
Sweet.
Yeah. But for those who don't know who you are, and before we get into this full conversation about the creative force who is Lurch, who is Lurch?
I'm a construction worker from New Jersey. I am from New Jersey though.
Why hear it now in the voice the way he said it? I am from New Jersey though, Joe Budden.
I've been down here off and on since 2002.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I've dabbled in a little bit of every part of the creative process, from marketing to, you know what I mean, servicing records to doing graphic design, working sales out here with Chilio.
Yeah. Shout out to Chili, man.
Cutting hair, doing bodyguard work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've dabbled in a array of things.
Well, I can see you being the creative ass bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, but see, no, I feel like I've lived different lives. I mean, each little situation, I feel like I've been a slightly different version of myself.
Let me see. I didn't get a chance to meet bodyguard Lurch.
Nah, that was fun times.
I feel like I know I've met barber Lurch. I met artist Lurch. I met Lurch, who I said I literally watched the day I called you mayor of Edgewood when I walked up in 323 and was like, man, my man is literally sitting in the back like Tony Soprano, but he's doing woodwork.
I was probably back there with the homie Patty Fat Sacks, you know what I mean?
Sitting around,
doing some woodwork.
Sitting around doing woodwork, man. But the thing I love about you is the fact that you really nurture the creatives around this city, and you do so with O.P.E and O.P.E Gallery. Talk to us first about how you found the creative Lurch. You know what I'm saying? Being that we know that there was various forms of you. Like, how did you find the creative one?
I would really say I started branching and diving more into the arts, working with Chilio. I was doing more sales and promotion marketing aspects with him.
Yeah.
But then I started looking like I wanted to design. I wanted to be like the homies that were designing the shirts.
Yeah.
And I could not learn Photoshop to save my life. Like, I had this other program that was like, it was like through Google, like Picasa or something else. And they had a couple editing features. This was like 08. You know what I mean? It had a couple, 07, 08, had a couple editing features. And I started trying to freak pictures that I was grabbing and taking and doing different stuff. I just started kind of playing with it. And I kind of maximized all the features that it had, but I could not learn Photoshop. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going back to school. I said, and I went back to school for graphic design. And in that opened my eyes to really art history, art theory, learning how, you know what I mean, how much I appreciated it and other people's arts. Like, I had been going out to art shows with Chili, like really, I say 06, 07, we started going to different shows around the city, and it was just us. Like, as far as people that look like us, as far as black people were concerned, it might have been me, Chilio, and another token in the room somewhere, and it's some red wine, maybe some PBR, like a couple. You know what I mean? And I'd be sitting there like, yo, why the fuck did you drag me out here, bro?
That's crazy.
And I wanted to see more of us. Like, it started to be a thing where it's like, yo, we got to have situations where it's more of us. And as we're out, I started getting introduced. Like, I was knowing people were into the arts, but not knowing how deep they were into the arts or really what they were doing. So I started, cultivating and deciding that I wanted to be more in tune, more involved, and shit just kind of happened.
That's what's up. It's crazy. You mentioned Chili twice now. Like, how did you actually meet Chilio? Like,
that's my big brother. You know what I mean? It's one of my mentors.
For those who don't know, Chili is another. He's a creative mastermind in his own right. You know what I mean? But But how did you meet Chili?
Through my homeboy Delaney D. We were. Let me pause. Keep talking. What we're doing. Okay.
Hey, can you go downstairs and get? Oh, my bad.
No, you good.
How'd you meet Lurch? Lurch. How'd you meet Chilio?
Like I was saying, through my homeboy D. Yeah. Chili had a store in a flea market in Five Points in underground Atlanta.
Okay.
And he was just introduced me. He was like, cool, checking out some of the stuff. But he was the only person outside of my homeboys next to Walters, homie Raj, and them that carried O.P.E jeans. O.P.E jeans, people who don't know, is a brand out of New Jersey, and it had a specific cut. They had a bunch of stash pockets. You know what I mean? And
it was for the trapper in you.
It connected me to home. Like, honestly, me being down here, it was something that we were on early then.
Yeah.
My cousin ended up being a sales rep for him. Like, as we moved through the clothing line, we started seeing him. But it was like, yo, you're the only one that carries these jeans that fit this way, that's this fly, like got a baggy fit. Like, you know what I mean? It's just some Jersey shit. This is how we wear our jeans with our Timbs. Like, yo. And he had them. And nigga, I was like, yo, I need these. How do you do what you do? What's going on? This nigga had Ferrari watches in the flea market. It was all sorts of wild shit going on.
You knew flea market. Now I'm watching again. These are major people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so listen, this is now flea market Chilio.
Hey man, this is 15 years ago now, or you know what I mean? Yeah. About 14, somewhere in that range.
That's crazy.
It's like, yo, I was just like, we started building and started just kicking it more and more. Then he started coming with the line, and I started seeing what he was doing. I believed in that movement, and it's funny. It was like in my mind, like a music head. So he was like, "Yo, let's go do this fashion show. A couple hours for you. I really can't do it." I was like, "Man, fuck that. I'll ride for free." Jay-Z, Memphis Bleak shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, let's go do it. You know what I mean? I believe what you're doing. I'm gonna see a bigger picture here, and I've been rocking with bro since.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So, what did you learn from Chili? Like being around him that I guess helped you as far as developing O.P.E.
I think honestly developing people, helping to build up people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like people don't understand how many different people I've come across and dealt with, and how many success stories I've seen.
Yeah.
A lot of people have failure stories and all this other shit. Now, I've watched a lot of motherfuckers blow up. Not that I say I've made anybody or any of these things, but I've just been privy to be around some good people, some good circles, and watch people become successful.
Yeah.
And I've watched Chilio help create people and help push. You know what I mean? I've tried to give a push and give a platform to people over the years in different manners, but we've always just been building. You know what I mean? It's always been a building situation.
That's what's up. That's like, if you got to answer your phone, you can. This is clearly an answer our phone day. Right?
Okay, nah. I mean, like I said, I had the homie that was downstairs. I'm sure he was.
Herb, did Teresa and them get in?
Yeah, but it's a lady. She was standing there waiting for them to come.
Oh, she waiting for them? All right. It's no problem, man.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, again, I mentioned O.P.E. O.P.E is a brand of yours, Only Positive Energy, that is now also an amazing art gallery.
Thank you, bro.
Speak to us about how O.P.E. came about, and how did that trickle down to becoming O.P.E. the gallery?
Well, O.P.E. initially, Only Positive Energy, was myself and a few of my homeboys, Nino Augustine, my boy Tuck, my boy Ash, and my homegirl Bree. We also were sitting down just trying to come up with an entity that we was like, yo, we're out kicking it a lot, we're out moving, and we want to influence on a positive level. We want to have some sort of influence. That was the initial thought process. Yeah. It eventually evolved into what we have now in me trying to have a nonprofit that is dealing with the community, creating events that can benefit the community, benefit our people, you know what I mean, giving new artists a platform. And that's where we're at now, Only Positive Energy as an umbrella to a lot of these different kind of entities. Okay. And O.P.E. Gallery is one of those entities that falls under O.P.E.
Yeah, and I love the gallery. You know, I'm literally, for one reason or another, down at the gallery at least once or twice a week. You know, so I've watched it develop from when I remember when you first opened the doors and I walked around and you said, yeah, this is going to be a gallery. And all I saw were bare walls. And I couldn't picture what it became, you know what I'm saying? So I went to the very first event. So speak to us about what made you say I got to open up this gallery, and speak again the location. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what made you pick the most obvious trap spot in Atlanta to open up an art gallery?
I mean, well, I was cutting hair around the corner at Killer Mike's swag shop.
Yeah.
And I saw this space, And ideally, I just needed a place to live at one point.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo,
It's close to work.
it's close to work. It's shitty. You know what I mean? Like, it's really run down. The neighborhood is trash. The people is trash. But because it's all of this, I could deal with this. I'm in the hood. This ain't really more than I've ever dealt with.
Yeah.
But it's like, he gonna give it to me for a couple dollars less since it's this fucked up. I was like, all right, we gonna get in here and I can slide in. And then I was still like, yo, I don't know if I could really afford all of this. I don't know. I was like, maybe I need to monetize this space since I have this extra space. It's a big space.
Yeah, it is.
So I was like, what can I do that's beneficial for myself and other people and like it can rock? And I was like, yo, we could do a gallery. So I was looking up and down the block. I was like, yo, we don't have too many venues in this area.
Not anymore.
You know what I mean? Like, we had department store,
Yeah,
we had
not
things and
anymore.
like that felt like us. But now I'm looking like, yo, I really hated having to rent spots out, trying to do art shows. I hated having to go, me and Ty trying to record places and having issues with trying to record in different spaces. And like, yo, we just need our own space.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, make it my damn self. So we did it.
Yeah, and it's dope. Like I say, I've been there where it was jam packed wall to wall. You know, I've been there when Lil Rel popped up randomly.
Yeah, that was random as hell.
Randomly.
See the homie LeVar Walker had brought Lil Rel through.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
up like,
the fuck happened in it, man? Look again.
like, okay, this is Edgewood for you.
This is Edgewood. That's Edgewood on a random night, man. But yeah, I've watched it blossom to where it is, man. And the work in there is amazing. Like, who are some of the artists who have contributed work, who have work hanging up in the gallery currently?
Currently, one of the biggest pieces that people walk in and see is the piece by the homie Funk the World, and that just, as soon as you walk in, it grabs you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I cannot remember the title of that piece. It's the Divine Feminine or something like that. But it's an amazing piece.
Yeah.
We have work by the homie Nap Turner, aka E Hood. We've had pieces in there by so many different artists. It's already been in there that
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
You know, and we talking about really good young up and coming
Tim
artists.
Short.
Yeah, like dope work up there.
Some really people that are like, that's part of the goal. Like I said, for it to be an incubator space,
Yeah.
for me to bring new artists in there that you might not have heard yet, but we recognizing the talent. The homie Malik Art Junt, he did a solo show in there that was really dope. So it's a lot of talent that's in Atlanta, and they don't necessarily have the platforms. You got people coming in from New York, coming in from LA, and they're being given spotlights. They're being given murals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spaces to come in and get these checks. And the talent that's here is looking for spaces to kind of get out and present their work.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to speak about, because as strong as the music scene is in Atlanta, as strong as the film scene is in Atlanta, the art scene gets overlooked. You know, what do we feel like we can do in the city to kind of shine more light on the creative scene that is out here? Because I would assume that it is crazy to think that if you are an artist like yourself or like Chilio, and you know, saying in Atlanta, you really would have to branch out to a Los Angeles or to a New York if you really feel like you want to really get that next level of your career started. What can we do to help people in Atlanta, creators in Atlanta, feel like they have a spot here in Atlanta and that there is worthwhile staying here?
I mean, it's about the collective, the community. I think the more we become a stronger community,
Yep.
the more we'll be able to demand a stronger check.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. I like when we go out and there's people, we're seeing families, you know, maybe it married couples or people that are just bringing their children out to events, people that are just saying like, this is what we do.
Yeah.
And people are starting to get to know each other on deeper levels versus you're my competition.
Yeah.
And in music, we have a lot of that camaraderie with people collabing on tracks and stuff like that. But in the art scene, it's like, yo, I need my piece sold tonight.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
we're doing a group show,
Yeah.
if we're doing a group show, it's
I
like,
need
yo,
it
I need
right
my
now,
shit sold now.
Right now.
So when you have a collaborative effort, if it's on a shirt or if it's on a mural that you collabed on, then people are like, oh, okay, they're both inviting people to come out, buy prints, come out and be a part of it. So the stronger we can make the community, the stronger, you know what I mean, the check will be.
Yeah,
outside of starting a whole straight up union, which I'm all the way for.
Look, it's amazing to see, Chilio's, Frico, like to see these works, you know what I'm saying, on bigger levels should be so empowering to some of these young artists right now that, I could be on a rebound.
Empowering to me watching that Frico, this Red Bull shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, my boy got a can.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
serious, right? Yeah,
right. It's out here. He got these little cans on
That's
buses.
crazy. That's crazy.
I'm like, yo, I love seeing it. You know what I mean? Because shit, it's motivational for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what anybody else. I'm like, yo, if my boy could do it, and you could do it, I could do it. Let's do it.
That's what's up, man. All right, so what's the next level for O.P.E? And you know what I'm saying, like, what's the next level for the brand?
Well, I just told Chili, I was like, yo, we need to do a collab. Me and Frico supposed to have another collab drop.
Okay.
Me and Corey Davis, City of Ink Edgewood, we're supposed to have a collab drop. Expanding the gallery. Yeah. I'm trying to just open the damn gallery. I'm trying to expand it. I'm trying to increase from currently I'm at about 550 square feet, but I'm trying to increase the space to 2,500 square feet, and I'm looking to bring in a lot of new artists, a lot of new creativity. I'm really just trying to be in there, just creating a vibe and giving that platform.
Well, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you keeping the art culture alive in Atlanta and all the work you're doing to curate the new scenes.
Man, my pleasure, brother. This is love. This is community, it's family. That's what we do.
No doubt. Let everybody know where they can find you at online, how they can catch up with you, and how they can learn more about O.P.E.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I guess you can follow the O.P.E Gallery on Instagram at O.P.E GLALLERY. And then my page is at Lurchero, LURCHERO. And you can also go to Lurch Cuts. I cut hair.
Yeah,
what I mean? I do cut hair.
He's a Renaissance man, to be honest with you.
I do private cuts. I have a space that you can come to. Just got to book it. Send me a message. But LURCHCUTZ on Instagram, all three of those. Yeah, let's do the damn thing.
Learn today that Lurch is more than a construction worker from New Jersey.
But ultimately, a construction worker from New Jersey.
Appreciate you coming through, brother.
My bro.
All right, man. That's what's up. All right, so we got another guest coming through. That's Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on livehip-hopdaily.tv.
I know this guy too.
All right, let's get these pictures in.